how explosive Flemings is.
Summer League Hawks in the white uniforms, the silver and black of the Summer League Spurs. And both these teams, it's interesting, you know, Summer League began for a number of teams in Northern California and in Salt Lake City as Tyrus reads Atlanta the other way. Zuby Ejiofor will find the sharpshooting McNeely, who hits honestly over the last decade or so. And the memo written here early for this young guy is taking a bunch of threes. Nice putback.
Tournaments really has improved his energy that he plays with.
Another three-pointer for Atlanta. 6 rebounds last year, and Newell with the steal. Opportunity to get some minutes for Newell, and there's McNeely hitting another three.
To impact the game offensively, you know he can score.
I know you and I were doing a lot of math yesterday while we're preparing for our 700 players. We'll see. 9-4 Hawks. Ejiofor drills it from Breach. Well, if you love three-point shooting, Hawks fans, all 6 of their shots have been from 3, and they've made 4 of them so far. Reed on the putback, scheme for front court depth, obviously around both Victor Wembanyama and Mr. Luke Cornett. Took some really good big players. You're getting a look at Reed right now inside another offensive rebound. Fleming's good find. 3-point miss that time. And a loose ball foul. Express News on Hyunjun Lee, the ace of South Korea. I think they call him the Steph Curry of South Korea, right there on the baseline. And part of the reason they call him that is he also spent 3 years at Davidson as that three-pointer. Keyshawn Gilbert, who's in the game for the first time for Atlanta. Screen set by Henry Vasar, another one of determined the semis and then the finals coming up at the end on the 11th day here on ESPN as Rays early and with a 16-8 lead. R.J. Davis floater and one. We tested here at Summer League, so no matter if you're awarded 2 free throws, 3 free throws, or in this case 1, you get 1 shot. Miss that first of 3 free throws. I want those other 2. You're not going to get that here. Dennis for 3, no good. Ace number San Antonio Spurs, of course, the big team off a trip to the NBA Finals. We got a whistle on Asa Newell.
His only transfer from North Carolina. He bet on himself. I mean, he had basically a $5 million NIL deal potentially to stay at North Carolina. He kept his dude to 3 and pass. Kind of can be the hub of your offense. You see him right there.
Launching the 3, Vasar missing off the back. Melendez has it for San Antonio. Goes right at Vasar, lost the handle. Trying to save it. San Antonio, your name in the NBA draft. Now, he has said to his point that he wants to get his NBA dream underway.
Yeah, which, again, he's a player. And he bet on himself, and it's paying dividends.
From Estonia, nice move. Keyshawn, a little return of sorts. Back to his hometown, went to Durango High School here in Vegas, and this was his home floor when he began his. Those banners are hanging.
Yeah, all those banners are hanging, and they absolutely own the old Big West Conference, and people don't understand. Jerry Tuck, they were hard to play against.
And he will always be remembered in college basketball as R.J. Melendez gets the steal and beats Edge. Of course, Tark coached San Antonio when he took on
period of time.
Another great move by Keyshawn heading into next season.
I say the essence of coaching is figuring out your team and putting guys in position to play to their strength. Do as coaches when you're struggling, getting your guys to buy in every day to get to the next play, the next game. And
our pal Tim Bontemps, of course,
how about
ESPN,
that, huh?
Writer joining the front office, a
tell him not to screw it up.
Advisor to Anse Saleh, now president of basketball operations in Atlanta. Anse is
taking over basketball.
That's right. Woj at St. Bonaventure. Nice run out that top bench of the Summer League team has performed 23 points. Jalen Johnson's brother. Hawks led by as many as 12. And San Antonio try to make the comeback. Here in the final 4 minutes of the first half, Keyshawn Gilbert, contact, foul of the quarter. Not a lot of whistles. Probably shouldn't say that out loud here in this first half as Ray J. Dennis misses. San Antonio 1 for 13 from 3, and Carter Bryant missing badly, but missed badly enough that Malik Brown had an opportunity, couldn't finish. Hawks running. Ejiofor fouled. Playing in Summer League. There's already a battle between these two guys, right? They've been 1 and 2 in the early in Utah's Summer League action just a few days ago.
Tell you what I've been impressed with Peterson. Since the draft, offensive rebound, can get two spots. It takes this long step in the middle of the lane to score it.
Obviously, the cramping and the hamstring, but he said, I want to play 82. Now he's got to go out and do it and play a predominance of the season. As RJ, Memphis is going to play Chicago. That's Cameron Boozer and Caleb Wilson, the third and fourth picks in the draft.
Cameron Boozer, his athleticism, the energy he plays with offensively, defensively, running the floor at the rim, had 66 dunks.
Any draft in NBA history, it happened just a year ago, and also in 2017 as McNeely hits on the fade Mavericks game.
Yeah, Jackson Lundberg, he was probably the most underevaluated older player.
Closely with the coaching staff on his defense, he told me, I really want to showcase that I can switch on guards, improve that versatility on defense. And he also on weight and strength. He's on a nutrition and strength training program. He's eating more calories, and he said the Hawks training.
And it was his hardest attempt. Look how deep he got as he was switching. His head was almost right under the backboard as we check in with Vanessa.
Head coach Corliss Williamson is excited to see how Bryant can develop in Vegas. He told me for Carter, it's more about him having a leadership role to help us reinforce what we are trying to do culturally with our program. He said it's also a chance for him to explore his offense as well. He said,
hang in there, hang in there. Coach,
we solve a lot of problems.
We have a standard line, you know, whenever there's a questionable foul, we just say, shut up, leave it alone, let it make a decision. Carter Bryant had a really good start to the third quarter and travels.
But we added like 5 men to the locker room all of a sudden. CJ kind of leading the way, Gabe Vincent, buddies. They're younger players, and to have those men around, they set an unbelievable tone for us. So it was really kind of fun.
Like Quinn's sitting there by himself because none of his assistants want to hang out with him because they don't want to get him, in the year.
So you go back and you learn how to be a right-hand man, and be supportive. You know what's interesting in this league, Seth, as you know, it's been interesting. X and O-wise, it's been professional development because the college game, as you know, we don't get to dig in.
And what's your read on Fleming's before and now after seeing him for a few weeks?
Great thing. I talked to Kellen Sampson about him, and he's been great. He's mature beyond his years, and that assist to turnover for a young guard, that blew my mind. Zuby walk around. We know Zuby's a man, all right? He's as mature and
into his second year.
Just getting reps for him and playing time, He's got such a great nose for the ball and on the backboard.
And he's gotten strong. You can see his game, his base of his game seems like it's gotten stronger.
I think he's gotten stronger. There's no question. On the offensive backboard you and I have seen, it's just unique how he gets 2 hands.
Went on in your head and said, man, if I went back into college or I went and had my own team,
back and everybody crashing on 3-point shots, even from the top of the floor. And it's the other one, right? Spotting up and a 3-on-2 and guys running to the corner, and certainly the use of the 3-point shot. But, at this level, everyone is firing and then following. The old follow your shot, the skill level and the feel for the game. And he plays longer than I thought, just being around him for the last couple up there. And if they can shoot it it's really going to help him.
Jay Lee missing for San Antonio at 52. Let's go bigger picture. We heard from Jalen Johnson, spoke to
guys, just really showed him how to talk, how to interact, how to help young guys. Now he's got a bunch of young guys and manhandle people.
Character wins.
Big time. Solid, rock solid guys, winners. And it was like we were playing. In game 4, it was like they haven't played like this before, and the rest is history.
You coach nice backdoor out to the corner. Tip's going to go down for Sanders. I know he did a bunch of TV in Salt Lake City as well. We had a chance both to talk to him over at halftime, so he was just hoping we
did. Notre Dame was incredible, and I think they're learning now that the consistency that they had, the success they had. Coach Wooten, one of the greatest coaches, not high school coach, one of the greatest coaches in the history of the game, and Coach was a graduate assistant with him at Duke.
Always appreciated speaking with him whenever we work Notre Dame games, and then it's still just challenges. If you feel convicted, you better be right. Not like baseball now we're seeing right there.
To get on the court now, they're looking for a roster spot. They're looking for a two-way. They're looking for
Terrific draft, the potential of the players who just came in, the second-year guys who are getting more minutes. Shot clock.
Right up the street, you have the EYBL Nike tournament going on. So, I mean, there's just a lot of ball being played. The future
free throw rule will remind you in the first of day 11, this counts for 2 points, and Ejiofor gets it there on the free throw. The pavilion is just on the other side of the concourse.
It's incredible. I mean, look, it's 3 o'clock on a Wednesday. We got a pretty 4 o'clock in the morning, so I mean.
And I keep saying we are here for 11 days. We is the ESPN family of networks. We've done the action as Flemings misses from the free throw. Boy, Ejiofor has been playing terrific.
He just chases everything down.
Underneath. And showing off the defense. Now Ejiofor doing the same and both double teaming and committing the personal.
Yeah, Snyder at the half, he said, "What do you think?" And I said, I loved him at St. John's in college basketball.
Here with the 2-point free throw made, shot clock off, final attempt of the third quarter. There's that speed from Flemings.
I mean, take De'Aaron Fox, Vassell out of the conversation. I mean, this is going to be the projected lineup. They've got Tabachi, young team, and they've got some decisions to make. I mean, me personally, everyone says, well, you got to move De'Aaron Fox, you got to do this, you got to do that.
Series, but if he doesn't come back from the high ankle sprain when they were turning the ball over left and right in the conference finals, they may be ahead of his, whatever he was, 19, now 20 years of age.
Fearless, physical, high basketball IQ. So impressive. But how about Stefan Castle? I mean, like, to me, like, Castle's development, he's taken it to another level. Just the manner in which he carries himself to impact winning.
It's hard to imagine Mr. Lang didn't want to see, didn't want to be seen. That was a heck of a championship.
I don't want to say how many years.
We were talking about friendships, how long they've lasted. You didn't like all those years. Jacob Toppin. Point differential, remember, matters when we come to this Monday, won by 5 points. They were raining threes early. And right convert, Kobe Johnson has it. Will he get a second effort? He'll get one free throw for 2 points out of it. Not once, but twice dealt with cardiac arrest during his college years. Had to really fight hard with the NCAA to get clearance from the NBA.
To be able to
participate.
March.
Tyon Grant Foster. First collegiate experience was in 2018. Has to play in the California Classic. Getting some run here. A little bit of zone. Grant Foster, that's got to feel good. Couple days off here in Las Vegas to get a couple more workouts in. Their next game is going to be on Saturday. Actually, 1 day off.
It's interesting to see how the different organizations handle this. When do they?
Tyon Foster had the steal and couldn't convert on the alley-oop, but you're right. Carter Bryant's a perfect example as Grant.
Especially after Toppin went out. His ability to navigate balls, finds it, he rebounds both sides, runs the floor skilled. They got two really good players, Sean. I'm a basketball player, and he had 5 points in that game, and I still remember watching it unfold with this uniform on. That's why the guys that have played in Summer League and played a couple of games in Utah and Sacramento, it's so good because the spacing's different. You play with guys you've never played with before, so there's a lot to this. It takes time.
And there's like they're looking at the Eastern Conference. You know, they're seeing where things going, and they're taking a little bit of a right turn as they read
free market. But just how much money do you have before you want to pay those taxes?
Right.
Everyone's got an opinion. Oh, good trade, bad trade, this, that. If you're not with a team every single day, you really don't know the inner workings of the life. You can't play, and maybe he's a better compliment to Tatum right now in this moment in time with
team in the Eastern Conference, and we'll see what happens for Boston, who had a much better year last year than anyone could have anticipated. They're outside of Mitchell Robinson going to Boston. I saw Jordan Clarkson re-sign today with the Knicks, so most of their how the narrative switched with Mike Brown, Mikal Bridges, and it all switched.
GM, college, pro, wherever. Like, it's not just your starting five, but he's 23 years old. If you have him for the next 7 years, 8 years, who knows?